Happened last year, but I'll Greentext it. Be me, work at a big tech company. Leftist, ultra-woke, usual corporate nonsense, etc. I'm 6'2" and lifting for 2.5 years. Working up to 2, 3, 4, 5. Wear polo shirts to work because comfy and collared/professional. Downside is everyone can see my physique. I outright refuse to talk about weightlifting/fitness to my coworkers to avoid becoming a stereotype. Always change the subject or say, yeah, I used to lift in the past, but not anymore. But I'm obviously very muscular, especially by normie standards. Normie standards are so effed. They think I'm Mr. Olympia, while to me I'm a work in progress. I can always feel the unspoken resentment from other people though. Thoughty summer interns and vendor sales hoes always approach me. Plenty of Myers. Some fat girl on a team adjacent to mine always making weird fitness jokes at my expense. Not a land whale, yet, but extremely overweight. Massive feminist, white BLM activist. Approaching the wall at warp speed and secretly knows it. They all do. There's a disagreement on how to use engineering resources. Hey, I'll bet Anon over there probably wants to settle the debate by arm wrestling, lol. Constantly weird, annoying comments like that. One day I get to a meeting 5 minutes late because I had to walk across 2 buildings to get there. Well, nice of you to join us there, protein shake. Enough. Well, I'm here now. Sorry I'm late, McFlurry. Room with a dozen people in it falls silent. Everyone staring at me like I just murdered a child or something. Literally 15 seconds of silence. Fatty is in shock. Doesn't say anything for the entire meeting. Next day, manager requests a 10 a.m. meeting. Walk into the room, it's him and 2 HR people. Assigned 4 weeks of sensitivity training, online courses on diversity in the workplace. My face win. Around fats, never relax. Construction work. Coworker Tyrone. Yes, actually Tyrone. Forgot his safety glasses. Ask him if I should bring them to him. He says yes, but can't pay you $1. Gives me address. He lives in a complete ghetto. Absolute shithole. Find his apartment. Shitting my pants. Opens door, says come in. His apartment is a tiny one-room one. The only thing there are a frickin' light bulb, a rundown couch, and a sink and boiler. No actual kitchen or fridge or anything else. All his shit is on the ground. The only food is cup ramen with chicken or beef flavor. Shit ton. No internet either. Gives me some prepared ramen cup as a thank you. Ask him if he's a minimalist or some shit. Nah bro, I hate my life, so I'm saving money to hop social classes. He invests 95% of his income into stocks, crypto, and some shady shit. He doesn't have any family or close friends. The apartment is everything he owns. Starting working the day he got a high school diploma. Ask him how much money he's saving. I got like 2.3 mil right now, but I'm not stopping until I have 5 mil. I'll probably end myself if the stock market crashes and I lose it all. Go hard or go home. He's been living like this for 11 years. Depressed because ugly. Mom always says I'm not ugly. Talking with mom about old times. She says she had a guy that was in love with her, but she rejected him because people care about looks when they're young. I ask quickly, was he uglier than me? She immediately says no. Gotcha, mom. Be me. Dad leaves for cigarettes 15 years ago. Decide to go to store for food. See dad still in line, cigarettes in hand. Wave to him every day. Wake up. Day ruined. Get on scale. Take a massive piss and shit. Get on scale again. Gained 3 pounds. Probably should have shit and pissed in the toilet instead of on the scale. Fruit tribe laughs at meat tribe. Says meat tribe breath stop early. Ice age come. No fruit left. Guess who laugh now? Go to sleep. Struggle to go to sleep. Wake up 4 hours later for no reason. Struggle to get back to sleep. Finally do. Weird dream, but what dream is normal? Just glad to be asleep again. All going well until I get ready to piss. Remember the golden rule. If you piss in your dream, you piss in real life. Wake myself up. Walk to bathroom. Cannot conjure the piss. Wait for minutes on end. Have to literally start getting ready to leave the bathroom before I feel the urge to piss in waking life. I am getting very sick and tired of this whole physical form nonsense. Be me. Been rizzing up girl from the same class for the last 3 months. Hey, Anon, I wanted to give you something. We won Mr. Stark.jpg. Girl gives me some shiny ass ring key with some blue drawings. Didn't really like it, but still took it. Girl smiles from ear to ear. Got home, got kinda curious about the key ring's drawings. Represents autism. See the calendar. April 2nd. Girl thinks I'm autistic. My face win. Seriously, what do you do now? Whoever stole my card thought they were going to get a meal from me? Surprise! I'm broke. Crave it. It immediately makes you feel worse. What is this devilry? 3 inches. Trying to lose some weight a while ago because I was obese. Get my coworker to help me. I'm poor in my country, so my work friend helps me and suggests it's cheap to get frozen vegetable, pea and carrots, etc. for my diet. A few days later on at work, and he asks how it's going. I tell him, yes, it's going quite good, but the frozen vegetable, it has a bit of a crunch. No, Anon, you are supposed to cook it. I did not know how to cook the frozen vegetable, so I was eating it just frozen. Everybody laughing in the office. I was never so embarrassed. Go on to Facebook. Receive message from girl I'm e-stalking. Why are you screenshotting my photos? Be me, 24, dating Celine, 22, for about a year. Celine's basically perfect. Gorgeous, funny, smart, loves animals, but smells like she's been hiding in a swamp since the Renaissance. At first, thought the weird smell was a one-off thing. First date, blamed the restaurant's weird fusion food smell. Second date, assumed maybe it was her dog who needed a bath. Third date, it hits me. It's her. And it's everywhere. Like someone bottled a mix of onions, vinegar, and old cheese. Ask casually if she uses deodorant. She proudly says, "No, I let my body detox naturally." Body's not detoxing. It's releasing an ancient curse. Convince myself it's just a phase. That love will conquer all. Start bringing her fancy soap gift sets as cute gifts. She just smiles and says, "Aw, but chemicals are bad for your skin." Can't tell if I want to cry, laugh, or throw myself into the nearest pool of Febreze. One time she hugged me after her yoga class, almost blacked out from the fumes. Invite her to a barbecue with friends. One guy asks if there's spoiled meat in the cooler. It was her. The spoiled meat was her. Yes, I had to explain this because you guys are all tarded. My roommate, Jake, starts calling her Stanky Celine behind her back. Even her cat won't cuddle with her anymore. Just sits across the room judging silently. Finally hit my breaking point when we had a movie night at her place. She snuggled into me and I swear the smell penetrated my clothes, my soul, my everything. Go home, throw my shirt directly into the trash instead of the laundry. Decide to give her the talk. Sit her down and gently say, "Babe, we need to talk about hygiene." She looks hurt and says, "Why does it matter? If you loved me, you wouldn't care." Counter with, "If you loved me, you'd care about my nose dying a slow death." She storms off in tears and I sit there wondering if I'm the bad guy. 2 days of peace, she texts me like nothing happened, invites me over for dinner. Decide to give it one more shot. Maybe she'll change. Walk in, she hugs me, and it's like being hit with an invisible wall of musk. She made soup. Even the soup smells like her. Try to eat it but keep gagging. She asks if I'm okay, and I say I think I'm coming down with something. Leave early, tell her I have a really early work meeting at 9 p.m. Driving home with all the windows down, my car still smells like her. Talk to my mom about it, she says, "You can't change people like that, honey." Realize I'm stuck in a relationship with a human embodiment of a foot. That feeling when love really does stink. Literally. That feeling when our idea of self-care is making everyone else suffer. Still trying to figure out if I should break up or invest in industrial strength air fresheners. Be me. 25, dating girlfriend for 2 years. Best bro since high school. We always make stupid wagers. One night, drinking at his place. "Bro, you think your girlfriend would stay with you if you were broke?" Laugh it off. Say of course she would. We've been 2 years together and already talking about marriage. Bet. Pretend you're broke for 30 days. She will dump you before a month is over. $200. Drunkenly agree. Shake on it. Next day, start the act. Tell girlfriend I lost my job. Bank account frozen. Hard times ahead. Slowly downgrade everything. No more eating out, cancel Netflix, sell my PS5 for rent. Girlfriend is supportive at first. Week 1. "Don't worry, babe. We'll get through this." Week 2. "Maybe you should ask your dad for a loan." Week 3. Start going out with her friends more often. Week 4. Second afternoon. "I can't do this anymore, Anon. I need stability." Dumps me over text. Tell bro. He just sighs, hands me a beer. "Told you, bro." Tells me to keep my $200 as a gift and tells me to buy a new PS5 with the money I got selling the other one. Be me around 5 p.m. Dad comes home from construction job. Sees me sitting at computer still in dressing gown with Naruto hat. Lets out the longest sigh ever and goes to his room and shuts door. Boss called a big meeting. Starts yelling at everyone. Don't care, so let my mind wander. Suddenly remembered something funny. Can't control my laugh and start choking up. Bury my face in my hands because I don't want everyone to know I'm laughing. Suddenly, everything goes quiet and coworkers start yelling at the boss for making me cry. Boss ended up getting written up for berating me. Suddenly, coworkers are way more social with me. I don't think I'm going to correct them because I wouldn't even know how to start explaining. First 2 girlfriends dump me because I'm too immature. Decide to get my shit together. Year later, start dating another girl. She dumps me for being too sensible. I just can't freaking win. Be me. No girlfriend or friends. Sad because long day. Listens to music. Gets better. Thank you, music. Game has morally good and bad routes and choices. Always play the good guy. Try to play the a-hole route to spice it up for once. Immediately feel bad and reload save to correct it. Why can't I do it, bros? You're just a natural friend. Hungry and trapped at work. $10 tastemaker from Pizza Hut. Just one large cheese, no toppings. Work less than a mile from the shop. $5 delivery fee. Also minimum order is $10.50. Add soda. $10 order becomes $18.40. $23 after tip. Fine, whatever. Checkout. Order is immediately cancelled. Handed off to DoorDash. My face win. Take me back to the 90s when you can count on the pizza and Chinese places to do their own in-house delivery. Screw these fly-by-night ride share gig work economy. It is screwing everything up. Be me. Look at contacts. Text the most recent person. Hey, wanna play Minecraft? He replies, I'm your drug dealer. Feel.jpg. That's the closest I've had to a friend. He says, damn bro. Embarrassment.jpg. He says he will come over and what to bring. I tell him to bring an Xbox controller. Silence. More silence. Worry.jpg. He replies an hour later. I'm at your door. Brought some Doritos and dew. What game mode we playing? Wipe the tears off my face. That feeling when first friend. Be me. 25, broke as hell. Drive a 2003 Honda Civic. Car's older than my little brother. Held together by duct tape and prayers. One day hear a noise. Like a dying cat stuck in the engine. Check engine light blinks like it's flirting with me. Time to get it fixed. No money for fancy mechanic. Find a sketchy shop on Google. Big Tony's Auto Emporium. Reviews say cheap and fast. One review says bring holy water. Ignore that one. Pull up to the place. Looks like a junkyard had a baby with a haunted house. Rusty cars everywhere. Stray dog chewing on a tire. Big Tony greets me. 6 foot 5 inches, 350 pounds, wearing a Hawaiian shirt covered in grease. Gold chain thick enough to tow my car. What's good, fam? Explain the noise. Say less, we got you. Trust.jpg. He takes my keys, waddles to the garage. Notice a guy in the corner. Skinny, twitchy, holding a wrench like a sword. Call him Wrench Goblin in my head. Tony yells at him. Yo, Skinny, get the lift! Wrench Goblin scurries over. Car goes up. Tony starts poking around. Yeah, fam, your flux capacitor's toast. Pretty sure that's from Back to the Future. Ask what's actually wrong. Oh, your muffler's loose and your oil's basically tar. Okay, that sounds real. $200 we fix it today. Steep, but I need the car. Agree. Tony claps his hands. Skinny, grab the tools. Wrench Goblin grabs a hammer. Just a hammer. For a muffler. Concern.jpg. They start banging on my car. Like they're forging a sword in a medieval village. Sparks flying. Tony's yelling. Hit it harder, Skinny. Wrench Goblin's going full psycho. Hammer's denting everything. Ask if this is normal. Chill, fam. We're pros. Pros at what? Demolition? Hour passes. Tony waddles back. Yo, we found another problem. Oh no.jpg. Your radiator's leaking. Gonna be $300 more. Smells like a scam. Ask to see the leak. He points to a puddle. It's green. Pretty sure that's Mountain Dew. Call him out. Nah, fam, that's coolant. Trust. Doubt intensifies. Tell him to just fix the muffler. Aight, but don't blame me when you're stranded. Guilt trip fail. They keep working. Hear a crash. Run over. Wrench Goblins drop the hammer on my windshield. Cracked like a spider web. My bad, bro. Tony laughs. Skinny's got butterfingers. We'll fix it free. Free with what? More hammers? Start regretting life choices. Notice a smell. Like burning rubber and regret. Tony's smoking a cigar. Next to my open engine. Yo, Tony! maybe not smoke there. Relax, fam, I'm a professional. Professional arsonist, maybe. 2 hours in. Car's still on the lift. Wrench Goblin's now eating a sandwich. Breadcrumbs falling into my engine bay. Skinny, you're a genius, Tony says. Genius at what? Finally, they lower the car. All done, fam. $250. Wasn't it $200? Yeah, but we threw in a free oil change. Oil's still black as my soul, pointed out. Nah, that's premium oil. Looks dark on purpose. Bullshit.exe. Pay because I just want to leave. Start the car, noise is gone. Victory.jpg. Drive off, 5 minutes later, new noise, like a banshee screaming. Check engine light back on, pull over, pop the hood, see duct tape everywhere. Mufflers taped onto the frame, oil caps missing, radiator's got a sock stuffed in it. What the hell? Call Tony. Yo fam, you good? Tell him my car's a Frankenstein monster. Nah, that's custom work, you're welcome. Hangs up. Rage.jpg. Limp car to a real mechanic. Guy takes one look. Who touched this? Explain Big Tony's. Oh no, not those clowns. Clowns is right. Real mechanic fixes it. $600. Could have bought a new car. Well, a new 2003 Civic. Swear revenge. Next week, drive by Tony's. See him outside yelling at Wrench Goblin. Get an idea. Buy 50 packs of glitter. Add explosion mechanism. Don't ask me why I know how to do this. Dump them into a box. Label it free car parts. Drop it off at Tony's at night. Watch from across the street. Tony opens it. Glitter explosion. He's screaming. Wrench Goblin's running in circles. Shop's a sparkling mess. My face when they're still finding glitter months later. Hear through a friend, Tony's pissed. Some punk glitter bombed us. Worth it. Car still runs. Barely. Never going to a cheap mechanic again. Big Tony's still out there. Probably taping someone's engine together. Pray for them. Be me. 22. Dating Talia for about a year. Met her at a mutual friend's party. She's shy, soft-spoken, and super cute. She tells me early on she's a virgin and wants to wait until marriage. Not a huge deal to me, but I respected her boundaries. Figured I lucked out with someone who's wholesome and drama-free. We do everything else except sex, and honestly, it's been nice. Introduce her to my family, they love her. Think she's wife material. Friends tease me sometimes, but say she seems sweet. I think I hit the jackpot, start planning a future together. Fast forward to New Year's Eve party, pretty drunk, everyone's swapping crazy stories. Talia gets tipsy and suddenly says, well, at least my 16th time wasn't as bad as my first. Record scratch.mp3. Entire room goes dead silent. I just sit there blinking, trying to process what she just said. What do you mean, 16th time? I ask, laughing nervously. She freezes, then starts laughing too, saying it was just a dumb joke. No one laughs. Awkward silence hangs in the air. Later, her best friend Anna pulls me aside when Talia goes to the bathroom. Anna's tipsy and says, Talia's been lying to you, dude. She hasn't been a virgin since high school. Asks me not to tell Talia she spilled the beans, but says 16 is just what I know of. Feel my stomach drop. I trusted her completely. Stay quiet for the rest of the party, can barely look at her. Next day I confront her about it, and she immediately breaks down crying. Admits she lied because she thought I'd never date her if I knew. Tries to justify it, saying she loves me and that it doesn't matter now, does it? Tell her trust does matter, and now I don't even know who she really is. We argue for hours. She says it's my problem if I can't get over her past. Friends start picking sides when they hear about the breakup 2 weeks later. Half say I overreacted. The other half say she's a liar and I dodged a bullet. Months later, still think about it sometimes. Was it the lying, the body count, or both that messed with me so much? Okay, /fit, I just did one of the most embarrassing, ball-bluening things of my life. Seriously, I cannot sleep because of the shame. This occurred 9 hours ago. 8 out of 10 cardio bunny who I bumped into last week. I used to hang around with her brother ages ago. We were in a queue together. We got talking about fitness. As I recall, she was quite sporty. I mentioned my gym is rubbish, and she says I should check hers out. Guest pass and shiz. I jump at chance, both for gym and possible bone. We go, I do chest, tries, she goes treadmill, then cross trainer, then a few reps on the crunch machine for some reason. She asks what am I doing after this. I say might watch a movie. I've got a printed copy of Avengers I've been meaning to watch. She says she has wanted to see that. I maintain my spaghetti and ask her to come. She accepts. Continued. Go to mine. I crack open my cheapest wine. We are watching the movie and talking a bit. She is apparently a bit of a lightweight and wine goes straight to her head. We get talking about sex. Oh god, just typing this hurts. She mentions her ex never went down on her. I say something along the lines of, what an idiot. She goes in for kiss. We kiss for about 5 seconds. She pulls away. Then I, for unknown reason, need to fill a non-existent void. You know, I could give you the old lickaroo. The old lickaroo. I said it jokey and cheeky, but there was no way that didn't sound weird. Fuck. I may have sort of winked a bit. Oh god. She looks at me like I'm a shoe sniffer and pulls away and said, yeah, just gonna go toilet. This occurred roughly around when Hulk is smashing up the plane. She returns and I put my hand on her knee in an attempt to salvage. We make awkward small talk for what feels like an eternity. Man, this is a long film. When Hulk punches Thor, I remove my hand from her. Eons pass and the film finally ends. I walk her to my door and go for a hug. She effectively pats me on the shoulder. I am too ashamed to even touch myself and just lie in bed alone. The old lickaroo. Share with me your shame/fit. My misery needs company. Okay, story time. Posted it before, but people seem to like it. Be me. Junior in high school at the time. There's this kid in my history class who's really quiet. He always wears MLP t-shirts, has severe acne and a neck beard. Not to mention he's fat and like 5'3" at 17. Me, him, and a friend are put in a group to do a project on 1920s America. I get prohibition, he gets advertising, and friend gets music. We try to do our work, but he won't shut the F up about MLP. He tries to start up arguments about who's best pony, which season is the best, and pony musicians. He gets defensive and angry when we try to get him to shut the flop up and do his work. He irritates the frick out of me and I hate his guts. I make it extremely obvious, but he somehow doesn't catch on. About halfway through the project, he mentions intertwining ponies with his project. I tell him, no, you little twat, I'm not getting a low grade because of your obsession with a cartoon for little girls. Do your frickin' work and leave the pony shit out of it. Friend backs me up. Sparglord just says, I should have known you guys weren't true bronies. Just posers running with the herd. Friend and I look at each other like, what the flup is he talking about since neither of us has ever seen the show? The next day I see him in the hall and ask him about his part of the project. He says he's doing a PowerPoint. Say fine, just keep the pony shit out of it. He replies smugly, why should I? I tell him I'll break his nose if he does. He says, sure you will, big man, then walks off. I say nothing, awestruck by the loser tier emphasis put on big man. Later in class, he's doing nothing but drawing pictures that look like a 5-year-old drew them. He acts like they're the greatest masterpieces ever. I ask him about his PowerPoint. He gives me a shit-eating grin. Tells me that he knows I won't punch him because he knows my weak spot, while pointing to my D. Get fed up with his shit and explain in painstaking detail how much of a bitch he is and how much I hate him. How I would love to punch his lights out, and by putting pony shit in his part, he's just giving me an excuse. He's visibly upset and agrees not to put pony shit in his part. Fast forward to presentation day. Friend does his presentation, I do mine. Teacher looks impressed. Sparglord goes up. He's wearing a Rainbow Dash fedora and a troll face t-shirt captioned, you mad bro? With a shit-eating smirk, he opens up his presentation and Twilight frickin' Sparkle is on the first slide. Oh, frick no.png. Sparglord says, okay, Mina-san, I'm going to educate you on the subject of adverts in the 1920s and ponies. Next slide is a picture of Rainbow extending her hooves out to the screen for a hug. He hugs the smart board and says, isn't that right, Dashie? Friend and I are speechless, unable to process the intense amount of Spurg loser behavior before us. Alpha Dude shouts, wow, you're a loser. Teacher is too stunned to say anything. Sparglord ignores it and goes on with the presentation. He talks about cloppers more than ads from the 20s. Half the slides are reaction shots of ponies that he talks to. People berate him and call him a loser. His presentation ends and he walks back to his seat like he just made the greatest presentation ever. He looks at me with a shit-eating grin as if to say, Yeah, I did it. Do something about it. See him walking home after school? Walk up to him. I cock my fist back and punch him in the face as hard as I can. His nose explodes, he starts crying, and I walk away without saying anything. See him in class with a large bandage over his nose the next day. I never get in trouble for it. Me and my friend get a 90 on our parts. Spurglord gets a 30. He gets bullied for that presentation. Hard. He leaves the school a month later.